talk to Hanako. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I'd better say something. Hey there, Hanako.
Hisao?
Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here and thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice her scarring once more. Adorable face, pat on the head. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up.
That's okay. It was my fault.
Nah, that wasn't anyone's fault. It's just kind of happened. So, are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before.
Yes, Lilly.
Oh, you mean Lily the blind girl? Hanako only nods in response, and I can't help but wonder if defining people through their disabilities of the folks are of the worst kind or just normal here. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her took off after her yesterday. Seems like a nice girl. You two friends?
Yes.
As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now.
No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here.
Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom?
Not really.
Hanako's gaze drifts past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Well, we've actually learnt a lot more when Shizune's read about their relationship. And quite a big kind of, how to word it? Well, it came as a surprise to me. I'm not going to say what it is, because, spoilers, even though it's in the same LP, it's like when I start a new route, I try not to reference any spoilers in the actual character routes that we've gone through, But we learned quite a lot about Lily, but not quite a lot, because there's bound to be a lot more that we still don't know about her. But we learned a few things about her and Shizune, at least, rather than their relationship between each other. That's about it, really. Hanako shakes her head, clearly. This is something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make a strange sort of sense. Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune, though, through Misha. Even when you can see whose hands are talking. Well, there's more to it than that, Hisao. They have different outlooks on things as well. Hanako is so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door.
Lily. Hanako. Good morning. Is the president here? Yes.
Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again, as if to confirm she can't hear them even though it's impossible. That's impossible.
I suppose we'd best be off then.
Lily's sighing tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. It's only my third day here. I should be trying to make friends and find out why people are enemies. Still, it's a little funny to find out that the school has little feuds, just like my old high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey, Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday.
Oh my, is that Hisao? I didn't realize you were here.
It seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me.
Sorry, Lily, I thought you realized. Oh, it's all right, Hanako. Hisao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding.
If you say so. I'm still working this place out.
Well then, I think you'll find most people here are a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you are feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions.
Sure, remember that.
Lily.
Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement.
I'm sorry, Hisao, but we must be off.
Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seemed a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you too? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling.
I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako?
She looks at Lily, then at me, and then she freezes, wide-eyed.
Sure. Well then, shall we go?
I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along together, right beside her, so close that she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam drain. Hanako shrieks a little and my vision briefly goes blank. Well, black. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. I feel like it has been forever. Well, forever, it's weird, isn't it, to say stuff like that. Forever is like, it's been forever since I saw this character. It's like, no, it hasn't. It's been a while, quite a while, but not forever, because that's impossible. I don't know, opening my eyes, I see, alright. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs and shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up.
Oh man, hey, you're alright. I'm sorry about that, really.
I forget what your voice was. It's been so long.
I wasn't looking where I was going and I just came out of nowhere. Sorry.
No, I take back what I said about Yuka's voice. Because I seem to be giving it to Emmy a bit there. Or maybe I always gave Emmy that voice. But it never sounded flustered. Well, it did occasionally like this scene, but it also had a mischievous feel to it as well. And energetic. She's looking really apologetic in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spots. It's okay, don't worry about it. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger from my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeats. It seems normal.
Hey, should I get a nurse?
Should I get a nurse? Can you imagine if she sounded like that? The worried high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized I probably looked worse off than I really was. Double-dug myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. Well, there's a reason, you know. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me, big time, but it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay, I said I was fine, and nothing's broken, no harm done.
That's good, I was... Hisao, what happened?
She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried, more than what the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me, nothing serious, just winded.
Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff and I was in kind of a hurry. That someone here is Emmy, isn't it?
The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying something.
Hi, Lily, Hanako.
I guess the girls know each other.
Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure those sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't.
You know, it's like, there are two ways of this scene playing out. Either with Shizune and Misha accompanying you, or Lily and Hanako, essentially. And Lily seems more relaxed, kind of like way of telling her off, essentially. It's just like, you know, more kind of polite. It's like, please try not to do that, because there are students here that wouldn't be able to, you know, take that kind of hits. While Shizune's more like slowly like, you stupid idiot, don't do that. Well, how many times was I tell you about freaking running in the hallways? The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute that I find myself smiling.
I know that I was just... I gotta go! Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've got to change and everything.
Before any of us can say a thing, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here?
There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then?
And no, Shizune be like, I could do that. I could freaking tell her off and all that. Well, it didn't help, did it, Shizune? She does that regardless of what you say to her. Doesn't matter who says it and how you say it, she will continue to do that. Lily heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. My legs, they ache. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. And as a thought, it's just like, it's just said, my legs ache, and then we just had the scene with Emmy. I mean, she's only got, like, part of her legs. I wonder if, well, actually, wasn't there a scene where, like, it did ache or something like that? It either potentially ended up getting infected or something like that. So, yeah, I can still feel pain in those, I guess. Interruption. You know, actually, another second. Alrighty then. What are you doing, cat? I just know you're going to try to get under the bed. Which is really quite remarkable, because it doesn't really seem spacious under the bed, you know? Well, the cat somehow squeezed through it. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch, and the cat walks by. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her side and tea bag as Hanako's ready, setting out both their lunchboxes. Meanwhile, the cat is like right next to me. Probably just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Whoa, no, not that, no. This is the thing with cats, you know. They will walk over anything, including your laptop, computer, anything. My ears! Where was I? So with various tea bags, the Hanako setting out both their lunchboxes. It's like the cat is trying to sit on my lap, but doesn't know how. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day?
Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we end up using this room regularly.
After seeing Hanako's reaction to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily has poured the tea for us and sits down. The cat is trying to sit down as well, but my laptop is in the way of that. I can't even freaking get around the cat here. Ah, that face. What a beautiful CG. The more time I spend with these three girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is often soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met.
So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seemed a bit flustered before.
Apart from getting lost every now and again, and being tackled outside my classroom. Fine, I guess.
You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay?
For a brief moment I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I held it back. You know, he's just like, you feel like he's more open with Lily and Hanako, really, doesn't he, compared to Shizune and Misha, when it comes to talking about himself, like that. And Rin to an extent, but she's kind of aloof with her kind of personality, isn't she? I can't tell why. I think he also, yeah, he did. I think well, Emmy found out because that scene that happens. Well, it's not much of a spoiler because it happens before a route, but where he just like almost collapses, and he ends up having to see the nurse and all that. And the nurse still has not been named, and probably never will be. But yeah, it seems more open with these two. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel comfortable. I'm talking about that. I'm comfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been very friendly. You didn't read all that line, but whatever. Yeah, it's nothing. It's just a bit stopped. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think that they're buying it. But in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. This, he says after Lily said, is like, don't be afraid to ask questions. Everyone has things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. Oh, I guess that's a bit more personal, isn't it? It's like, remember towards the end of Shizune's rap where I was rambling on about myself a bit? I was just like, I felt uncomfortable the second I'd stopped recording. I was just like, man, I've freaking opened up a little bit about that. Just like mentioning having gone to fair before and all. It's like, so really, despite the fact that I'm just like, when Hisao is so reluctant with it, it's like, just tell them. And just like, then I realize I've got the same kind of thing going on. I mean, it's not a heart condition, it's like anxiety, depression, potentially OCD in there as well, but that's an anxiety disorder. Just generally shit, essentially. But I don't tend to go into too much detail about it. So, how long have you been in the school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well.
Well, I've been here since the start of high school. Only moved on, into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories when she did. Memory serves me right. That's right, since high school.
So you've known each other since then?
Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, Right.
Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend him, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out.
I guess I'd better be off. Are you going to go with Hisao, Hanako?
Hanako looks up at me, and for a second I can see that she's considering skipping class. Maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me.
Yes.
I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking it for looking at her in the wrong way. Makes me a little nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then, class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a non-farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I filing out, not fling. We walk quickly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me.
Hisao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today.
My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways, Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and I to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. Was she a Pokemon? So, do you really want to go back to class now?
Yes.
Okay then, I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right, the more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. We make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Suzune are both missing as well. Wonder if it is some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of the school. Well, there are some students that seem to like Hanako. Whoa, 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 whoa! The cat has began to move. That reminds me, is it Metal Gear? Like the original, the very first one that I've never even played the games, honestly. It's like, what? You never played those games? You're missing out, man. But yeah, like, I forget what it's called. Was it just called Metal Gear? But the one where it has that memorable dialogue or bit of text where it's just like, the truck have started to move or something like that. That's some really odd. I haven't played it, but I've seen like Zeta played it years ago, briefly playing it, I think. Or maybe it was someone else. Maybe I've seen more than one people play it then, I don't know. But it was just really, just when I see like clips from the Metal Gear series, it looks completely different to the way it started. But anyways, what was I even rambling on about before that? Oh yeah, the cat. The cat is now sitting at the bottom of the bed now. Not that that really makes a difference. Well, it does, because now it's not trying to walk over my laptop. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbook from my bag and start catching up. Class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person, despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. Wherever the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there's still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. What will he do? I don't know, maybe he'll skip and then do something. I don't know. But I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time. You know, actually, yeah. Just like as I was saying, see you next time. It's like, oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, we're still going with Lily's route. Just like, well, that was obvious. I stated that when I started recording, but just a reminder, yes, we're going for Lily's route. I don't know why I felt like pointing that out again. But anyways, I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.